my name's Ruth Buckley. I'm a final year BCL student and I spent a year studying in the University of Technology, Sydney. So it's a really good university. It's one of the top in Australia and they offer subjects that we weren't offered here, like international humanitarian law, which I really wanted to study, and discrimination in the law, which is like, we do parts of it in labour law, but it's not quite the same. This was like solely on this topic, so it was really interesting. The lectures were really interesting over there. They spent about 3 hours normally, and it's a seminar tutorial, so it's all mixed into one. You have it all together, so it's not just sitting in a hall. You are interacting with the lecturers for the entire time. They all know your names. It's small classes, about 20 people normally, so it was really good from that perspective. You felt like you were really getting a personalised education while you're there. So the accommodation there was brilliant. I stayed in student accommodation when I was there because that was the best choice for me, and they do really good like mixers for the international students, which was great. And the university as well, like there's massive amounts of support there. The library's great. They have lots of facilities, sports facilities if you want to go into them, good gyms and stuff. I loved Sydney. It was a really interesting city, really multicultural. There was a lot of different nationalities there, and the beaches are really close to the city as well. You can take a 10-minute train to Bondi from the university, so you can literally be in the beach in 10 minutes if you like. By the time your semester ends in November, so you have 4 months off. So I was off from November till March. So that's when I like travelled and stuff. Went up the East Coast, went to Melbourne, did all that kind of stuff. So it was really fun. Good place to like go travelling from as well. You know, like you're not just stuck in Sydney or anything. Like you can travel around Australia and it's a great experience. So during February I went up the East Coast. So I went to Byron Bay, to Fraser Island, Magnetic Island. So like all these places, like Magnetic Island has koalas that are like native to there, and like they're very special koalas. So you have to get like this boat over to see them. You can stay in and like hold them. And Fraser Island is completely like it's an island made of sand, completely. Very, very interesting place. It's the only place like it really, and it's silica sand, so you can like moisturize and stuff when you're there. It's like, it was really, really interesting, and they've like these heart-shaped pools. And I got up to Cairns and I went to the Great Barrier Reef as well, and I scuba dived up there. And there's a lot of experiences you just wouldn't get to do elsewhere. I did. I went to New Zealand for 3.5 weeks, which was absolutely amazing. It's a gorgeous place. We went during the winter, so it wasn't very busy when we were there. It's kind of like Ireland, which is weird, especially because we were there in the cold. So it kind of felt like there's pretty sights, and you kind of feel like you're going around the Ring of Kerry, but you're in New Zealand, and that is a weird experience. But like there's Queenstown and stuff where there's stuff you know, it's very different to here at the same time, obviously. But like I went to Hobbiton and got to take my photo and pretend I was Frodo, and do all this like really fun stuff. So I got to go to Tamaki village, which was a Maori village, which was really interesting. And they gave us a cultural experience show and brought us in and like showed us how they cooked their food in the floor. It's like this, it's really just like really great experience. I felt like a year away would really help me when I came back, because I didn't feel mature enough to start thinking about finals and what was coming afterwards. So this year gave me the perspective I needed. I got to travel for a bit and get that out of my system, rather than feeling like I was stuck coming into third year. And then and now since like coming back, I've noticed it was really good for me. I find it easier to start studying when I needed to and stuff, because I've put it into perspective for myself. I lived alone for a year. I had to control everything about my life, and now coming back it's just that bit easier. It's like, well, I know to get what I want I have to do this and stuff, and I think that the year abroad gave me that experience. It gave me the experience myself that I needed to kind of go on for final year, like much more confident coming into final year than I thought I would have been. So I feel like I've gotten a lot more confident having the year abroad, and I lived away from home anyway, but living in a different continent gives you a different perspective on your life. And I worked while I was over there and got used to having to like provide for myself in a way. And then coming home, it just gives you a new perspective on Galway and different things. Like, it's a gorgeous city and you kind of forget that until you come back, which is really nice. for Sydney, I would tell them to just to go. I mean, not being discriminatory of the other places, but I think it's the best. It's an experience that you won't get outside of college, and it's something I feel you should do when you're in college, especially if you're someone that's been living at home and feels like you need more independence, or you want to like learn how to live by yourself. This is a good way to do it. You're doing it through a college. There's still a support system there for you.